Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hello, and welcome back to the show with your girl, Lotus Richey of Lotus Richey Ignites, coaching and consulting. Listen, folks, I have a phenomenal guest today. And of course, you know, last night I had an incredible guest, none other than Mr. Satish Verma, the CEO of Think and Grow Rich Institute. And we talked about how thinking can help you grow rich. And we're not just talking about money. And so this week, the focus of my show is about thinking and how we can think and expand our reach, increase our revenue, increase our health, our vitality, and our impact and footprint on the planet. Just by doing one simple thing, thinking. Because after all, everything that has ever been created on this planet or off of this planet started with a thought. So this week, I'm inviting you to ignite and take flight in the thinking area of your life. So come on in, get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you, because I am bringing inspiration to every nation, no holds barred. And I double dog challenge you to do the same. Now, as I always say, note takers are money makers, but you can't take notes without a pen. So run and get your notepad in your pen, my friend, because it's always time to win here on Lotus Richey Ignites. And so when you come into the broadcast, I'd like you to let us know where you're coming in from. Where you're joining us is really important. Why? Because we want to say hello and hi, Avita saying, hola, buenos dias, to everyone around the world as we connect to help people ignite and take flight in every area of their life. So very quickly, today we are talking about thinking outside of the box. You've got to think out of the box if you don't want to be trapped in the box. And so today I have a phenomenal guest all the way from Munich, Germany. And he's going to grace us and speak English, although he's very fluent in German and Urdu and Arabic. But tonight, he's going to talk to you in English to help you ignite and take flight in the thinking area of your life. So while you come on in and get ready, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do what it do. And then we're going to start this show and make it really hot for you so that you can grow. I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back to the show. How'd y'all like that? I like that, right? So come on in and get in where you're fitting, because I've always got room all around my table for you. So listen, we have got several folks here with us today. And if you're ready for my phenomenal guest, Mr. Sharik Javid, all the way from Munich, Germany, go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block below, because we about ready to start this show. And I know many of you always ask every show you see me on, hey Lotus, we want to know what you're drinking tonight. You're always doing something healthy and you're always trying to live right. So in the health of your life, so let us know what you're drinking tonight. So I am drinking some water. And if you don't have anything to drink, I say go ahead and get you a drink, and I'm going to give me a drink too. Tonight, I've got water in my cup, and get your Ignite and Take Flight mug too. Woo, this water is so good for you. I love it. So let me see how many twos we have. I already see people already chiming in, and I'm happy to see you. Hey there, we have got the visibility strategist herself. Patricia Rogers is here. Where are you streaming in from, Patricia Rogers? Because I know how you know how to come into the house. Let us know where you're streaming in from. We've got Miss Shirley Murphy. Where are you streaming in from, Miss Shirley Murphy? We want to know. Hey, there we go. We got Angela from Washington, D.C. Now, she knows how to show up in the house. It's good to see you. And she says, ready to think out of the box. And Shirley Murphy says, think out of the box. Woo, y'all hot. Camille Robb, where you coming in from, lady? She already put her 2 in. So backstage, Shadiq, get ready, because they're ready for you. They're already putting 2s in the comment block below. Miss Shirley Murphy has already put in her 2. Angie has put in her 2 as well. So let us know where you're coming in from, because we about to start this show. Make sure you like, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody it's time to ignite and take flight in the thinking out of the box part of your life. And now I'd like you to give us a warm welcome to my wonderful guest. He is joining us all the way from Munich, Germany. He is an influencer, he's a social worker, and he's an anchor person from Munich, Germany. Join me today in welcoming my guest, my friend, your friend, to help us win, Mr. Shadiq Javid. Shadiq.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Lotus. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. It is great to see you. I'm super duper happy to have you here. And I want to say to each and every one of you, note takers are money makers. Mr. Shadiq Javid is going to give us some nooks and crannies, some golden nuggets that we are going to be able to really grow from. So Shadiq, I want to thank you for being here. I've enjoyed our conversations in the past day or so. They've been phenomenal, and I'm super happy to have you on the show. So I introduced you, but I'd really like you, if you would, please tell us a bit more about yourself. Tell us who you are and how you inspire the world.
Yes, first of all, thank you for inviting me. And thank you to all the viewers who have joined us, because the viewers, and they are the big community who really help us. And we try to share knowledge with each other. Yes. So originally I come from Pakistan. I grew up in Pakistan. I did my electrical engineering and came to Sweden for my master's degree in communication system. And then I came to Germany for my last semester research project. And then since last 8 years, actually 9 years, I'm in Munich working as an IT project manager. Actually, I started as a software developer, then an IT project manager. I'm learning actually. Yes. But I'm here to share the knowledge which I learned. In the meanwhile, I was doing social work. In January this year, I was a board member of 4 nonprofit organizations. And at this point in time, I'm a immigrant. One of the, I'm in a political party. I got elected as a city level, and also, thank you. And also, I'm trying to do what you are doing, but at a smaller level. I'm doing live shows every week. Live shows to have wonderful guests to inspire others. But actually, I just realized I did maybe 60 or 70 live shows as a host. Yes. I was never a guest, actually. This is my first live show as a guest.
Well, thank you so much, Shadiq, for being here. Like he said, he's always done live shows with many guests, about 60 or 70 shows. and he's never actually guested on a show. So we are making history today. He is
On a
guesting
live show.
on a live show, at a live show. That's right. You correct me, because he has been on shows before, but not on a live show. So I'm super blessed and humbly honored and thankful that you're here today. And he's very humble, folks. His shows are amazing. Anytime you have a show and you make me sit down and go, things that make you go, it's a great show. And he's full of power and full of knowledge. So, Shadiq, I'm super happy to have you here on the show today. What
Thank you.
inspired you to come to the show?
I will tell you, but before I have a little bit of disclaimer. I see you are full of energy. Here it is at 10:15 p.m. A little bit on a working day. Yeah, okay, we are a little bit tired here, so I might not be as energetic as Lotus. She's really inspiring. I think it's about coming to the show. I think it's a matter of luck that we got connected
Yes.
on social media, and I saw your work, and I said, okay, what I'm doing, she's doing, but she's doing since long time. And okay, and trying to inspire people across the globe, and trying to help women and awareness projects in Africa also, what you're doing. So I found little bit, okay, this is because I started this kind of videos without any planning. I just incidentally came into it, but I think you are doing it at the next level. So I think it's luck, or it's fate. What should I say?
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, we're going to get right into this topic today, folks. Thinking outside of the box. This week, we're talking about how our thinking can help us manifest what we really want in life, what we really need out of life. Because after all, everything on this planet and off of this planet started with a thought. So, we're going to put my guest, and your friend, your new friend, Shadiq Javid, right in the hot seat. And we're going to ask this quick question. What is thinking outside of the box for you?
Yes, actually, it's challenging the norms, in my opinion. For example, if nobody had thought outside the box, so that means that there would have been no new inventions. Actually, people would have lived the way they have lived centuries ago. Similar to here, to that thought. For example, when we talk about Tesla, or how the electricity was invented, or how the newest technologies are coming, or people are going on the moon. I think real change comes when people think out of the box. It's like if you have a job, you are doing what others are doing, everybody is doing the same, but you think out of the box. It means that you dream big, actually. It means that you have a big dream, and then, although it looks like that it's not possible, it's your you have to fantasize it, and then you start focus, and you go with persistence. Actually, I think this is a pattern that you can see in among all the great leaders, or people who have created the change. uh, I think half of them might not even have a university degree, for example, because we think that we need to be a good graduate and we will be a successful professional. But actually, in really big companies where there were really big changes or some innovations, these guys actually thought out of the box. Actually, you know.
Yes, that's true. And we kind of flash back to Nikola Tesla, who is one of my favorite people. Nikola Tesla was ahead of his time. He made the violet ray, which I have one. It's a phenomenal instrument, but that's not all he made. He made a plethora of things, and not because he stayed in the box, but because he didn't just think out of the box, but he jumped out of the box. He jumped out of the box. So when we talked the other day, you talked about the fact that it's really important for people to have a big dream. And you and I, we were talking, and I flashed this up and I said, dream big. And he just fell out laughing, like, oh my God, where did you get that from? So can you tell us why people must have a big dream? Why is that so important?
It's so important, and I will like to connect it to our last question about thinking out of the box. For example, if because now everybody loves to have smartphones and phones, and when some years ago when everybody was using Nokia smartphones.
Yes.
And they were the best, sorry, not smartphones, Nokia handy devices, or these mobile phones.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying that Nokia is the best. There was no competition. And the other day, I was seeing a video that they made. There was a test, and they had a small dynamite, and they blew up next to the Nokia phone. The Nokia phone was still working. So it means that in some way or other, they did not think of out of the box, and they were focusing on just robustness. But actually, people wanted something different. They did not want actually to a phone like a brick, but they wanted new features. And all of a sudden, nobody knew this company, Apple, and they came and they launched some phone, and they threw Nokia out of the business. So this is thinking out of the box. And in near future, if there will be no thinking out of the box, even Apple might not be there, because now you see with every new model, length is increasing, but there is not much innovation. So,
exactly.
So this guy, Steve, I think his was the name of the guy who invented Apple.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. So he thought he had a big dream. He did not have people say that he was a university dropout. He was not so successful, but actually he thought out of the box. He had a big dream, and we see. And of course, we need to have big dream, and it's not. So it's also about. So I always say that there is finite leadership and infinite leadership. Finite is that you are doing well. You put your energies in staying ahead and putting the other people behind you. This is negative energy, and the infinite leadership is that having a big dream and not thinking about others, but thinking about collective growth to something new, which nobody has ever thought about till now. And of course, we have seen over centuries and centuries, when human mind thinks, I think nobody would have imagined where we are at right now. So it's about dreaming something out of the box. And so in the 20th century, maybe people have thought that all the innovations are already over. Everything is there. People have reached the moon and even the Mars, and we have smartphone, everything. But every other day, you're getting new things. And now with the new trend about artificial intelligence, machine learning, what's coming in the next years?
I say this: big thoughts make big dreams come true. Big thoughts make big dreams come true. And I say that because that's what I believe. One of I won't say he's one of my favorite, but someone that I really hold with high regard is Norman Vincent Peale. And Norman Vincent Peale said, when you expect the best, you release a magnetic force in your mind, which by a law of attraction tends to bring you the best. So when we think big, when we dream big, big is going to come to us. Like many people say, it's going to come pressed together, right? Y'all know it. Put it in the comment. Pressed together, shaken down, pressed together, and running over. But we can't get to that running over if we don't dream big. So I love that discussion that we had the other day, because it made me think, and I tell people this all the time, Shadiq, that they have to dream past their front yard. Because if they don't dream past their front yard, well, guess what? That's as big as their dream is going to get. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break for the calls. And when we come back, we're going to pause and take some comments and questions from you. And if you like what my guest, your guest, my friend and your friend is here saying today, Mr. Shadiq Javid, go ahead and put a number three, like you feel me, in the comment block below. And we are going to go and take a quick break, and we're going to come right back. If you're an entrepreneur and you are ready to live the dream in 2021, well, come on and get on board with the visibility strategist herself, the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people, the phenomenal Patricia Rogers, as she presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. There will be several opportunities for public speakers, Public TEDx speakers. You heard it right. Public TEDx speakers. Starting on February 25th, 2021, June 24th, 2021, October 21st, 2021, April 22nd, 2021, and August 26th, 2021. You don't want to miss this. Get at her at info@patriciarogers.com, info@patriciarogers.com, where unity and service, where people need people. I was dancing backstage, y'all. I just love that little tune. So, Shanique, let's go ahead and see who's on with us. And let's say a hearty hello to everybody. We've got the visibility strategist there. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we've got a bunch of twos. And then we've got folks all over the world coming in. So let's start right here. We got so many folks chiming in. So, folks, I'm going to try to get to you. If I don't get to you, please accept it for love, but here we go. We've got Shirley Murphy all the way from Nigeria. Good to see you. The queen of the lymphatic bounce, Miss Hillary Gooden, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. She said, love the Golden Nuggets, and we love you right back. We've got Coach Roz all the way from Dallas, Texas. It's great to see you. And the remarkable Dr. Florence, greetings from Pretoria, and that is all the way in Burundi, Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Okay, so let's go right here to Portland. Good to see you, Brent. Happy to have you here. And we have Hillary saying sharing knowledge is a beautiful thing. Yes, it is. And our friend Ross said, welcome to your live. All right, so thank you so much. Patricia Rogers, good to see you. Hello, Lady Tracy Hill, Romeo Oriomi at Lady Hillary Gooden, Lady Florence. She is saying hello to all of you all around the world. So thank you so much for that. Hey, Patricia, I see you, Lady Roz. You guys are an inspiration. And Shirley Murphy said, thinking out the box for me is being determined to be different, stand out, become a solution. So we're going to veer off of our questions. I'm going to put them back in the hot seat with this, because this is a good comment. And thank you, Shirley, for making this comment. Shanique, why is it so important for us to be different, stand out, and become a solution to the problems that people have? Why is that so important?
Yes, so I'm also learning from my experiences. For example, I am an immigrant in Germany. This is first generation of immigrant for me, all my friends here. And then we have a problem. We learned language. Then there were a lot of problems. And then started with Facebook groups where people are asking questions and we're trying to give the solutions. And then we thought, okay, we introduced a cricket sport, which is immigrant sport. And I became the president of the Bavaria Cricket Board with 30 clubs under us. And I thought, to make the real change, two things that happened this year is that actually, once I lost the job in COVID, I did not give up, but I found a better job. But in the meanwhile, I started my live shows. This is thinking out of the box. I'm not from media. I'm an IT guy. Normally these guys are shy. Then I came all of a sudden. Thinking out of the box started for me really well. So some guys approached me and they said, you can go live and share knowledge, share news of COVID deaths cases here in Germany, because in Italy it was number one, Germany was two. It's in March. I'm talking about March this year, and US it was starting at that time. So in Germany, I did one show and I said, okay, there's already negativity everywhere, and I will not do that. And thinking out of the box, I was thinking, how should I spread positivity? And then just clicked that I will do live shows like you are doing now, and try to find guests. So every other day I was having guests. And all of a sudden there were so many people who wanted to come on the show. There is no materialistic gain, not a penny gained, but sharing knowledge every day. And then I said, okay, one day I will be doing in English, another day I will be doing in Urdu and Hindi, because to reach to the underdeveloped countries also, sharing this knowledge, summarizing it for the other part of the world, connecting the West and the East, And then also I thought one thing is media, and then I thought another important thing is politics. And when I saw that in Pakistani and Indian community, the big community, Asian community in Germany, there was not even a single politician. Then I just went in a couple of meetings. It was thinking out of the box. It's not my profession. And then actually I was really welcomed. Really welcomed. Within 2 months I got elected in the local council level. And today before this meeting, I was sitting in a conference call with just 5 people. One was a member of national parliament in Germany, and one was a member of the candidate of national parliament. We were just 9 guys, 8 Germans, and one an immigrant guy, and I was really welcomed there. So this is thinking out of the box. Just
Yes.
wait. So actually, the path was very easy, but normally we think that is impossible. But once we start, it's actually not impossible because every person is a human being. Obama
Yes.
was the president. He was a human being. He started at a very middle class family. So he became the president of US. So you need to think big. We actually think very small often, and
Yes.
even in getting there, we have problems. If we really aim higher, then we will get at least somewhere. But
Exactly.
but actually, my goal was not to get elected in the parliament or be the best host. Started with just sharing knowledge to others without any eagerness or without any you know um, any greed. That was the real thing. And light
Wow.
was coming. This is how
Yeah.
it started.
Wow. So let me stop you right here, because I heard you say I migrated from Pakistan to Germany. I learned the language because you're fluent in German. You're fluent in, I'm gonna let you tell them, how many languages are you fluent in?
Yeah, so
And say
I'm
it in that language.
so so actually in Pakistan we learn English and Urdu. So Urdu language is, by speaking, it's similar to Hindi. So already Urdu Hindi means 1 billion people, more than 1 billion people can understand. English is there. In Germany, I started when I came to Sweden. I started learning Swedish. I was speaking to Swedish people in Swedish language. Then I came here. I started learning German, and I can read Arabic since childhood, but I cannot. I'm not very fluent in Arabic. I need to learn. So other languages. So these are the main few languages.
Yes. And it was funny, folks, because when we met, I said to him, "Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Kleiner?" And he looked at me like, "Oh, you speak German?" Yeah, I speak a little German. My father did speak Arabic and write and read Arabic fluently. I didn't learn it, unfortunately, but I did learn Spanish from my father, so that was great. So in order for us to think outside of the box, we also got to think outside of the box when it comes to not being greedy. No greed is what I heard you say. I also heard you say, I just started giving freely. And
Yes.
so when you start thinking outside the box, it opens up a whole new realm of abundance, because you become abundant in your thinking. You become abundant in the way that you behave, in the way that you share with others. And so we talking about sharing. We talking about abundance. So I double dog dare all of you to like, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that on the Lotus Richey Night Show, we are talking about thinking outside of the box with my wonderful guest from Munich, Germany, Mr. Javid, because that's a part of abundance. And so I see Coach Roz, she tagging people. Tiara Destiny, good to see you. Happy you're here. Dr. Florence said, this is an interesting topic, and I love it. And then Miss Roz said, big thoughts make big dreams come true. And then someone else came right behind her. Dr. Florence said, big thoughts make big dreams come true. Angela, it's good to see you. Angela, all the way from where you at? She said, awesome. Let us know where you coming in from. Okay. Big dream, dream big, big dream, dream big. You catch that? Big dream, dream big. And Miss Rob said, fabulous Camille is streaming from Florida. So I'm super duper happy to have you here. And Shadiq looked like someone else is streaming in as well. So that's right. And this is how you show up on the show and you get the message out. Ezekiel is here from Manila. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. And she's streaming in from South Africa. Good to see you. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it. And Ross said relational currency. Relational currency. And when you have relational currency, That's your wealth right there. So we're going to go right back into the hot seat. And we talked about why it's important to give back and how can we do it? That's the question. So Shariq, how can we give back to people?
Yes, actually, you see, in the world we are like a family.
Yes.
So if somebody is very rich and somebody is very poor, when this imbalance comes, then come the crimes also come, and then overall the quality of life is going down anyways. I have seen that. I don't know. I feel that I was blessed in Pakistan. It's not a very rich country,
Mhm,
but I got the chance to get good quality education and was living in the capital city. I got a chance for good quality, the best university in Sweden, which was top 50 in the world, and then came to one of the best university in Germany. So I have seen the developing countries. I have seen developed countries. So I think that there is a lot of opportunity being here. I can be the bridge between the people
mhm.
the west and the east. People who are rich but don't know they don't have the exposure. I can give them exposure how people live other part of the world. And when I give, actually,
Mhm.
so when anyone give, and you must have a lot of people like this. Actually, it's a wonderful feeling. Actually, because I say that even if you have 3 or 4 or 5 villas, you sleep on a bed. A beggar also sleep on a bed the
Mhm.
same size. The stomach, the food of the same size. This is the stomach size, and more cannot go inside. Anyways, so where will you to take everything? But actually, the thing that cannot be bought is peace.
Yes. Peace.
Is peace you cannot buy. And you
Yeah.
you see more and more the rich and rich people. For example. Uh, it's funny because Japan and Sweden are the richest, one of the countries who there is no poor people, but the suicide rate is the highest.
Yes.
You see, I don't know why, but actually the peace you cannot buy. So, but once some people will think, yeah, of course we will just give, then how will we survive? But it's a very funny, it's a strange circle of life. You give, but I never saw anyone who is giving and he's not getting back anything.
Right.
Actually, it depends. But for me, I believe like when you give to others or you take care of the others, then God take care of you. Actually, I really feel
Mhm,
this. You
mhm,
take care of others, God take care of you.
mhm,
For people who might not be believing in God, but actually it happens
mhm,
because when you are giving,
mhm.
and then if you're giving to many people, and important thing is do not expect any return from them, then the problems happen if you expect a return. But you do,
Right.
and it's a circle, very nice circle, because if you are doing something good, you meet good people, and all of a sudden new opportunities for business or that definitely come, new opportunities come. And I have never seen people who give and they became poor. It never happened. I never saw in my life. I have been traveling across, never
Mhm.
seen anyone like this who was giving
Right.
and he was a loser. Never.
Right. So let me say this to you, because that begs another question from what we talked about the other day, because you made a very powerful comment in that a lot of us are givers. So those of you that's out there, if you are a giver or if you know a giver, you give from your heart, you know someone that gives from their heart, I want you to put a number 4 in the comment block below, because what I'm getting ready to say or ask about our private conversation on the other day, it may kind of make some people go, hmm. And the question is this: do you feel like from what, and I want you guys to put them 4s in there. Do you feel the way we feel? Now, I'm asking you, the viewers, do you feel the way we feel? Now, here comes the question. I'm gonna put him back in the hot seat. If you feel the way he feels about what we're getting ready to say, I want you, after we say it, to put a number 5 in the comment block. Okay, so here's the question. From our conversation the other day, you made a very profound statement. So I'd like you to share what you meant by your message when you said this. You need to help yourself first, bring education and awareness to make them grow. What do you mean by that?
Yes. So dreaming big, we talked about it. It's very important.
Mhm.
You can uh, just not be to reach there. You need to invest in yourself also. It means that you need to educate yourself. You need to develop the skills, you know. And similar goes for giving others. You need to be able to give to others. For example, if two people are in the same place or same level, you cannot give like to give more. You need to be, we learn from our professors even in education, because professor, he learned, he invested in himself, invested in learning. I'm not just talking about money here, actually. I'm talking about the time, effort that he learned education. Then he was able to spread positive energy, spread education, So you need to be capable also first. But of course, you don't have to wait to become an expert. You start in your limited capacity. From day one, you can start giving. And we're not talking about giving money here. It's everything, whatever you can give. And of course,
Okay.
when you are an expert in a field, you can give more, of course.
Mhm.
It's very simple. When you are an expert, or you are a teacher, or you are a doctor, for example, doctor is also a human being, a nurse is also a human being, a patient is also a human being. But who
Yes.
is a giver here? Who has more knowledge? Yeah.
Yes.
So, but doctor also needs technology. Then who is the giver here? Is someone who is an engineer or some. But in the changing times, someone who is already 30s or 40s, or past engineering or past the degree time, and he thinks that for some reason I have missed the university, or for some reason I have not. But these times are really changing actually. Whatever I studied in engineering, they're not using it actually. So we can always learn, keep learning from online resources. This is the time since COVID. It's very important. Since COVID
Mhm.
came,
Yes.
it's sad times, of course.
Mhm.
Sad time, it's a crisis. But on the same time, if you are positive, it's opportunity, because everybody is still spending, everybody is still earning, everybody is there, and a lot of new opportunities came, and where the degrees have become less important, other knowledge have become important.
Yes.
So we need to analyze, and for that also givers are important. For example, who has knowledge and wisdom, he can give others ideas, but and the others, everybody can learn. So it's very simple and straightforward. And maybe I'm trying to, you can summarize it in a better way.
Yes. And Roz said, teach brother, teach brother, teach brother. And she said, peace is liquid gold. And that's what we were talking about earlier before your most recent comment. She said the harmony of provision is no greed and no selfishness. And see, a lot of times people think that if they invest in themselves, it's selfish. It's selfish. So if you think that investing in yourself is really showing self-love, put a number 7 in the comment block below. If you think investing in yourself by educating yourself, by going inside, finding your spiritual side that helps you connect to every living being, every living thing on the planet, put a number 7 in the comment block below. And I like when you said learn, Miss Roz had put this in: time, effort, execute, learn. And that lets us know that we're on the same wavelength. Time, effort, execute, and learn. And so we got some 7 streaming in. We've got Wang Yu streaming in. Where are you coming in, Wang Yu? Good to see you, Angie. Thank you for putting your 7. We know you're coming in from Washington, D.C. And so this is unequivocal. This is a global message. And you know how I know? Because we've got people from Burundi, Africa. We've got people from Pretoria. We've got people from Nigeria, from all over. Okay? From Philippines, Japan, and so on and so on. Why? Because this is about continuous learning globally. And
Yes.
that's why Sharik and I are here today,
Yeah.
because we want you to really ignite and take flight in the thinking out of the box portion of your life, because that's super duper important. And so we're going to take a quick break. But before we take a quick break, I'm going to share with you our next hot seat question, because we're almost at the top of the hour, and we want to make sure we give you every little bit of thing that we got. And the next question that I wanted to ask you, Sharik, is
Mhm.
this question right here. And we discussed this. Why must people have financial freedom? And don't answer just yet. I want you, viewers, I want you to put it in the comment why you think people need to have financial freedom. Because after all, look at what's happened in COVID. Now, I'm here in Washington, D.C. Sharik is in Munich, Germany. And I heard you say earlier that it's affected people there. So how is it affected people there in Munich, Germany is what I want to ask when we come back. And
Mhm.
why must people have financial freedom? So go
Yep.
ahead, folks, put your comments in the block below because we're almost at the top of the show. We'll be right back. If you're an entrepreneur and you are ready to live the dream in 2021, well, come on and get on board with the visibility strategist herself, the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people, the phenomenal Patricia Rogers, as she presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. There will be several opportunities for public speakers, public TEDx speakers. You heard it right. Public TEDx speakers. Starting on February 25th, 2021, June 24th, 2021, October 21st, 2021, April 22nd, 2021, and August 26th, 2021. You don't want to miss this. Get at her at info@patriciarogers.com, info@patriciarogers.com, where Unity and Service, where people need people. Wow, that's going to be an explosive event, and I'm so humbly honored. I look forward to getting with Miss Pat Rogers and like being a part of that TEDxX uh, program. It's going to be phenomenal. So we are back, and for those of you that's just joining us, I am so humbly honored because today I have a fabulous guest with me. He is joining me all the way from Munich, Germany. He is the remarkable Mr. Sharik Javid. He's an influencer, he's a social worker, and an anchor person from Munich, Germany, but also he's been duly honored most recently and being welcomed into the political arena. So, again, we are talking today about thinking outside of the box. And as you know, this week, that's what my focus is to help people ignite and take flight in the thinking area of their life. So we asked earlier the question
Mhm.
before we went to the break, because we all know that when the pandemic hit, our businesses had to shift.
Yes.
And those that were not ready for the shift, they got left behind
Mhm.
or they lost so much and had to reinvent themselves. And once they reinvented themselves, they understood why we needed to have more financial freedom. And I know here, Sharik, it's been tough here in the United States.
Yep.
So, how has it been in Germany and even in Pakistan?
Mhm.
And why must people have financial freedom?
Very good question, actually. And first of all, I will say that in the comments, we are getting so nice words of wisdom. And I think that actually I'm a learner here, and you and your viewers are actually much more capable than me. And for the feedback, that will be really great so that I can learn more. Thank you, everyone. So now you talked about financial freedom. So it has two aspects. One is you said about the companies, the businesses. Another very important factor is about the people, actually. There are two factors. Then you also said about US, Germany, and Pakistan.
Yes.
So US, of course, you guys know better. But in Germany, so it's not a capitalist state. Here is a different system. So it's a
Mhm.
welfare state. So it means that people are paying a lot of taxes normally.
Right.
There was and Germany is in Europe a strong economy. So when the jobs were lost, still they were getting some money from the reserves, 2/3 of the salary. So it was not that bad. Like in US, my friends, they lost their jobs and they had nothing in the reserve, for example. And similar in Pakistan, of course, the government is not as strong to support everyone, So in these times, we saw that. Now, first, I will talk about the people, actually. The people, they had been working in companies for 10 years, 15 years. They were reaching management position. They had been working really hard over the last many, many years. And all of a sudden, the company throws them away.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the guys who had their own business, they were earning. They cannot say that I'm in a giant company like Apple. I
Yes.
have my own store. Maybe I'm selling fruit, or I'm a grocery store. They are surviving, and actually they can also do some more innovation, and sometimes they are earning the double actually, because people have not stopped buying. Even the guy who is not in the job anymore, he is still buying food.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, people who had small businesses, they adjusted, they worked according to the time. Some people started working in the nights also, and took rest accordingly. And for example, some people moved from their restaurant business to some grocery or some other. So analyze the situation. But people who were employed, they were jobless, and they were in a situation that they are really struggling, and they're looking for a new job. You cannot start a new business on one day. So people who are already working in good jobs, they should think about it. That financial freedom, maybe they can start with some business part-time basis. I've seen people who started with part-time basis.
Yes.
But we need to analyze it intelligently. Just not investing in anywhere.
Yes.
Everybody has their unique circumstances, need to have their unique circumstances, their family situation, the spouse situation, kid situation. Then they start a business. When you have your own business, and if it matches your passion, it's very important. Passion with match, then you forget day and night. It's you working hard, you earning more. You're working less, you're earning less. So it's not just financial independence, it's time independence. Maybe in the daytime, even especially for the woman, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 9 to 6 jobs really hurt their kids, but sometimes and they have their own business. I know very successful entrepreneurs on my shows. They have been working in the morning, the daytime in shifts, and in the night they were doing wonders. So when I
So hold on, brother Sharik. Hold on, because you just look, you just said something that made my big toe do a twerk.
Mhm.
You made my big toe do a twerk. Now in Germany, they may not know what the twerking is, but in the United States, they know what the twerking is. It made my toe do this because what you said,
Mhm.
you took us to another level. Because the question was about the financial freedom. Why must people how did the COVID affect you over there? And then why must people shift and make sure they're financially free? But you
Yeah.
said financial freedom doesn't just give you the moolah, the greenbacks, the dead presidents, the things we put in our wallet, the things we carry in our purse,
Mhm.
the stuff we use to get things from people, places, and things. You also said it gives us time freedom.
Yes.
Time freedom to be with our families, be with our friends, to take
Mhm.
vacations. So those of you that's out there, if you want more time freedom, you got to
Yes.
get financially free. If you want more time freedom and you agree with what brother Sharik is
Mhm.
talking about, put a number 6 in the comment block. Put a number 6 in the comment block. And if you haven't liked, shared, and started a watch party for this show, I want to know, who are you saying that you really care about in your life? Who do you really care about? Because if you really care about somebody and you want them to have financial freedom and you want them to have time freedom, there's no reason in the world that you should not be sharing this broadcast. You know why I say that? Because we have come together from around the world and we're talking to people about this wonderful thing called thinking out of the box. Thinking
Mhm.
out of the box. It's essential because if we don't think, we don't grow. And we don't grow rich, we don't grow smart, we don't grow internally, we don't grow externally. So those of you that's making your comments, I'm going to take a couple of comments before we take a quick break and then get to our last two questions. Financial freedom makes you flexible in situations. That's what Brent Miles said. So it drifts back to what Brother Sharik said. It makes you flexible in what you can do and what you cannot, but it also gives you time flexibility to spend with your family. And so Patricia Rogers said, woohoo, she loves the promo. And those of you that want to be a part of that TEDxXX, let her know that you heard it right here on the show. And Roz, thank you so much. She said, Coach Patricia Rogers, I like to do all them dates. Okay, so that's great. And she said also, and this is for you, Brother Sharik, she said, people need Brother Sharik.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
People need Lotus and Patricia. And guess what, Coach Roz? We need you. And she also said we all need each other.
Yes,
and yes, we do.
We all need each other.
Yes, we do. And so as a part of being on the show, guess who's going to the TEDxX speakers event in 2021? Miss Roz Knighting Warfield. Thank you for joining the show. And I'm going to see you on that TEDxX speakers. All right. Yeah. So this is the question. She said, are we ready to shift? Are we ready to recalibrate and reinvention? Okay.
Always. Very important.
All the way from Nigeria, Sister Shirley said, we need each other. And that's so true. And Brother Charles is with us all the way from Canada. Brother Charles, put in there where you're coming from so folks can know. Financial freedom is key, and collaboration is becoming the new currency to financial freedom. See, everybody talking about the new norm. What Brother Sharik and I are doing is the new norm. Because Brother Sharik, and we can't tell it all in one broadcast, but he's helping people get educated all over the world. And next time he comes back to the broadcast, we're going to talk to you some more about that. And Angela said, family security to avoid stress and unforeseen situations.
Well said, yeah.
And Charles said, collaboration is the key. And then Ross said, twerk equals spike to your shanana. So your shanana is something special.
So this is also, I learned something new.
Yeah, your groove. And so we got some sixes in there. All right, fantastic. Shirley says, sure. All right. So Angela said, please like, share, and start a watch party. Here's the YouTube link. So don't forget, go to my YouTube and check me out. And if you know somebody that doesn't have a Facebook, we're seeing more and more of this, especially with our older, more seasoned adults. They may not have Facebook. So share that link. That's the YouTube. That's the YouTube link. And Angela said, we must be flexible in all aspects of our life, starting with our thoughts, so we can expand in every aspect of our life. And that's just the double dog dare you true. Okay. So we're going to
very beautiful. This thing is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Self-awareness, self-empowerment, and transformation.
And transformation. That's the truth. So we have two more questions, folks. Two more questions. So if you got a question that you want to ask Brother Sharik, I want you to ask that. But check this out. Before we go to another commercial, I want Brother Sharik, I want you to think about this. I want you to give us 3 examples of how our viewers, how they can accomplish the financial freedom. 3. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a few seconds break. We're going to take a 30-second break. A 30-second break. And then we're going to come right back and we're going to talk about this right here. The 3 examples that he's going to share with us so that we can accomplish financial freedom. We'll be right back. You got 30 seconds. And let me say this too. And if you haven't taken no notes, what are you waiting for? Because note takers are money makers. We'll be right back. You got 30 seconds. Awesome, awesome. So I hope you got it in the 30 seconds. I don't know if they got it all in. I'm seeing one person. Let me see something. It don't look like you guys got it in. So this is the question. Give 3 examples of how we can accomplish financial freedom. I want you out there to put one way that we can accomplish financial freedom. Just put one way in the comment, because Brother Sharik probably going to touch on it. So one thing in the comment below of how we can achieve what? Financial freedom. And I'm going to give you a couple. I'm going to give you like less than 30 seconds. We'll be right back. You want to be a celebrity guest on the show? And you want to know where to go? Well, go to www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. Again, that's www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com to be the celebrity on the show. All right, so we're back and we're going to tackle this question. Brother Sharik, please give us those 3 examples of how we can accomplish financial freedom.
Thank you very much. And as I said, I'm not a coach. I was sharing some experiences, and I'm doing a lot of social work and now in politics. So actually, this is what I saw around me. I'll just share the experiences, but people can disagree. But I saw that very important in these times is that to have really analyze the situation, just not follow the, first identify your passion and then analyze the situation. For example, as soon as this COVID came, so dining restaurant industry went bad. Then people really thought about, okay, online delivery system. And then of course you can also think about that if you don't have the resources, then you outsource it. It's not that you need to do everything. You need to have a good idea. You need to analyze it and also take help from others. Because as some people in the comment said, Charles said in the comment that collaboration is the key. Collaboration and of course think out of the box. And my point is that you need to start actually. Then you will be financially independent. If you will have this mentality to do the job all the time, then you are always dependent on the boss, and anytime you can be kicked. So I think other things I will take help from Lotus actually.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I can also say fast, I can also learn,
And this is what I learned. Lead your leadership. And this is what Sharik and I are doing. We're leading our leadership. As we lead other people, we're leading them to find great leadership because we are great leaders. And I always say great mentors need great mentors. So you have to definitely lead your leadership. But I love what you said. Analyze your situation and see what's going on. And don't forget, collaborate, take help from others. And something you said earlier that I really love, invest in yourself, because this is how you can and will achieve your own financial freedom. So as we get ready to wrap up, I just want to thank you so much for being here with us today. You have been a phenomenal guest, and I think we've got something else here. Shirley says, create a niche. Create a niche. That's awesome. And Mr. Brent says, Mr. Sharik mentioned a while ago about education. Education is a key to be successful in financial freedom. Wow, that's powerful. So as we get ready to,
thank you.
You're welcome, come to a close, I want to encourage each and all of you to think and grow rich, to think outside of the box. And there you go. See that scrolling down below? Use that link. Get involved in your Think and Grow Rich process. And here's a discount code for you. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Because you got to jump into action. And so with no further ado, we're going to defer back to you, my brother Sharik, for your words of wisdom, your final words of wisdom of the show. but not before we get your contacts. We want to tell everybody how they can contact you. So can you share with us how people can contact you and what you
Mhm.
got going on next?
Yes, thank you. You can always contact me uh, for ideas, because I want to help people, especially in the poor countries, to have for education projects also. And also, when you are looking for some, expanding your business in Germany, and I can find contacts that can help you. So, as my name, very easy. It's very uncommon name, Sharik Javed. SharikJaved.com. It's a new website, but actually my Facebook, Sharik Javed, or in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Sharik Javed is very unique in the whole world. So you will, on all social media, you will find easily. But everything is connected to sharikjaved.com. So it will be pleasure that if you connect with me, ideas at sharikjaved.com, email me, and we can have some discussion, on anything.
Awesome, awesome. So I would like to say again, as you see down below, don't forget to expand your business in Germany. You can contact Sharik. He's there to help you. And I got to tell you, to our listening audience, you all have been wonderful. Thank you, Hillary. She said, awesome guest with nuggets. Thank you so much. Charles says, great learning. Thank you, Mr. Sharik. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending the love to Brother Sharik here for his first live online event where he's not the show host. Okay, he's actually being interviewed. He's been interviewed many times all around the world, but we've made history today, and I'm so happy to be a part of that
Yeah,
history. So thank you, Sharik, for coming to the show, and I hope that you come back. No, I'm not hoping. I'm saying come on back to the show again, and don't forget to catch me on his show.
yeah,
So
definitely.
if you could say one last word to folks about thinking outside of the box, what would it be? Because you told them how to contact you,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we want to know, what are your final words of wisdom to
yes.
the folks?
I cannot all the words of wisdom, but normal things. Actually, I wanted to say about thinking out of the box, but all of a sudden, after seeing these wonderful comments, I have changed that what I wanted to say. Actually, we need to create bridges between different communities and different races across the world, and we need to make our world a place where we can spread love. Actually, 95 or 98% or 99% of all the people, they want to earn. I'm a Muslim regardless, and I'm facing discrimination. There's a lot of Islamophobia. Muslims, I'm like a normal guy like you guys, so the final words are respect each and everyone. And actually, only thing is that everybody wants to earn a money and go home, to feed their kids. They don't want, they're nothing against others. And more we talk to each other, we understand they're human beings like us. So I'm here from Munich, Germany, originally from Pakistan. You are there from USA, and I loved all the comments. So I learned a lot. I will read all the comments. I'm learning from each other, and never ever think in life that you are an expert. That's the end. That's your end. So always be a learner till your last day in this world. That's the thing.
Awesome, and I love it. And hey, Sharik, we have one last comment. Uh, we have a couple comments. Awesome guest, please come back. And
Thank you.
Angela said that embrace a mindset change and expect to succeed. Gain financial education, knowledge coming in and going out, so you can pay yourself as well for a better future. And Mr. Miles said, noted. Hashtag create bridges. Mr. Sharik, thank you. Shirley Murphy said, spread love around the world. And for my final words of wisdom, I think that my final words of wisdom will echo what our brother Sharik said. We must respect one another, and we must create bridges that bind and expand our reach beyond our front yard by being open, being true, and being honest. and understanding, in my opinion, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so I'd like you to join me tomorrow as I will be guesting on a wonderful show that I'm super duper happy to be the guest on. And you can see it here. I will be joining the phenomenal show with Mr. Corey, Winning Words with Corey. He's an international speaker, and he is on the the Sean Fair Consulting Group. He's with them, and he's doing the Leadership Experience Tour. And guess what? I'm one of the featured people that they will be interviewing throughout the tour, and I'm humbly honored to Sean Fair and all of the speakers throughout the world. I'm super happy to be winning on Winning Words with Corey. So make sure you join me there. It'll be on Thursday, and I will be posting the time as we will be talking about Awaken the Winner Within. Okay, so thank you so much again to my wonderful guest, Mr. Sharik Javid. Thank you so much. And to all of you, I wish you well. I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I wish for you that you follow your passions, follow your dreams. And those of you that are speakers, don't let anything stop you. Get on board with the TEDxX. Get on board with the TEDxX. And don't forget to think as you grow rich. Use that comment down below and use the discount code that I've given you, because to whom much is given, much is required. Thank you and good night.
If you're an entrepreneur and you are ready to live the dream in 2021, well, come on and get on board with the visibility strategist herself, the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people, the phenomenal Patricia Rogers, as she presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. There will be several opportunities for public speakers, public TEDxX speakers. You heard it right, public TEDxX speakers. Starting on February 25th, 2021, June 24th, 2021, October 21st, 2021, April 22nd, 2021, and August 26th, 2021. You don't want to miss this. Get at her at info@patriciarogers.com, info@patriciarogers.com, where Unity in Service, where people need people.